Hi, I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com. During the DC FanDome online event on October 16th, DC Chief Creative Officer and Publisher Jim Lee took centre stage to announce that Superman's motto would be evolving from the well-known Truth, Justice and the American Way to Truth, Justice and a Better Tomorrow. The news created quite a bit of controversy, with fans reacting loudly across social media. As always with Superman fans, there were a vast array of different reactions, many positive, quite a few negative. The motto's history is an interesting one, as its use has been very inconsistent over the years. While truth and justice have always been part of Superman's mantra, the American Way was introduced on the 1940s Superman radio series during World War II, but was removed once the war was over.
Fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice, and the American way.
The Fleischer animated shorts only use truth and justice, while the 1948 Superman serial starring Kirk Allen had a scene where Pa Kent told Clark to use his powers in the interest of truth, tolerance and justice.
Superman fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice, disguised as a mild-mannered newspaper reporter, Clark Kent.
It wasn't until the 1950s Adventures of Superman TV series starring George Reeves that Truth, Justice and the American Way slogan was used again, which has been hailed as popularising the slogan ever since. However, once the Adventures of Superman TV series concluded, it wasn't used as part of Superman's lore again until many years later.
Fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice and the American way.
In Filmation's 1966 The New Adventures of Superman cartoon series, the motto was changed to Truth, Justice and Freedom.
Fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice and freedom with superpowers far beyond those of ordinary mortals.
In the 1970s, the Super Friends cartoon used the slogan Truth, Justice and Peace for all mankind.
Their mission: to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
It wasn't until the 1978 Richard Donner film Superman the Movie, starring Christopher Reeve, that the Truth, Justice and the American Way motto was really cemented in popular culture for generations to come. And as with most everything connected to that film, Superman fans have held on to it ever since.
Why are you here? There must be a reason for you to be here.
Yes, I'm here to fight for truth and justice and the American way.
You're going to end up fighting every elected official in this country.
Sure you don't really mean that, Lois?
The motto was used once again as part of the opening for the Ruby Spears Superman animated series in 1988 and has been referenced many times in comic books over the years.
Fights the never-ending battle for truth, justice and the American way.
Even in a 2002 episode of Smallville, episode 18 of the first season, titled Drone, Clark states that he stands for truth, justice, and other stuff.
I just want to know what you stand for.
I stand for truth, justice, and other stuff.
Okay.
In the 2006 movie Superman Returns, Perry White asks his staff writers to find out if Superman still stands for truth, justice, and all that stuff.
Politics, does he still stand for truth, justice, all that stuff, lifestyle? Superman Returns.
For all his posturing on social media and in TV interviews, Dean Cain's own Superman TV series, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, only referenced truth and justice in the episode Strange Visitor from Another Planet, episode 2 of the first season.
I am here to fight for truth or justice.
Well, truth and justice, that sounds good. You can use that.
In 2021, Superman and Lois TV series, in the episode A Brief Reminiscence in Between Cataclysmic Events, episode 11 of season 1, in an early interview with the Daily Planet, Lois Lane tries to find out where Superman's Kryptonian spaceship landed. When Lois asks him what he stands for, he states, truth, justice. Lois adds, the American way, and he responds with a laugh saying, I think someone's trying to get me to admit I was raised here.
What would you say to the people of the world when asked what you stand for?
I'd like to think everything good and decent. Truth, justice.
The American way?
I think someone's just trying to get me to admit I was raised here.
As I said, the motto has been used on many comic books throughout the years, especially on comic book covers and promotional images. In 2020, Tom King used the phrase in an issue of Superman Up in the Sky. while in 2021, Philip Kennedy Johnson used the motto in DC Future State Superman Worlds of War #1. The writer even took to Twitter saying, "I wrote Truth, Justice and the American Way in a Superman comic this year with zero pushback from anyone in DC Comics. If I feel called to do it again, I'm confident I'll get zero pushback again. There's no company mandate to abandon the phrase." A change was hinted at in 2021's first issue of Superman Son of Kal-El, written by Tom Taylor, in which John Kent tells Damian Wayne that he wants to stand for truth, justice and a better world. The fact that his father, Clark Kent, is taking on a similar motto with a better tomorrow instead of a better world is nicely phrased, as Superman has long been known as the man of tomorrow. Now, whether you agree with it or not, the change to truth, justice and a better tomorrow isn't as radical as some might have you think. As shown here, the motto has changed a number of times over Superman's 80 plus years. In an era in which the world is connected like never before thanks to technology, it's obvious that DC is making the change due to Superman's universal appeal. It isn't an attempt to be anti-American, as a lot of detractors seem to think. After all, the ideal of the American way has always been the hope for a better tomorrow. I'm Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com. Thanks for watching.